This is the new Lexus NX, and while some Lexus models can perhaps be considered slightly niche or quirky in their respective classes, that's absolutely not the case with the NX. The previous generation car sold over 1 million units globally, and this is the most popular Lexus here in the UK. It strikes a sweet spot in the mid-size luxury family SUV class thanks to its efficient hybrid powertrains. So can the new NX replicate the old one's success? Well, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos go live, and we will tell you absolutely everything there is to know about this new NX. Lexus has held off introducing plug-in hybrid and electric models for longer than most, sticking with its regular hybrid technology for many years. But with bans on combustion engine car sales coming down the tracks, it's moving with the times. The new electric Lexus, called the RZ, will be revealed later in 2022, but for now you can order this NX as either a regular hybrid, known as the 350h and which we are testing here, or as a plug-in hybrid, wearing the 450h Plus badge and using the same technology as Toyota's RAV4 plug-in. We've driven both, so while, like we said, this is the hybrid, you can use this as something of a range overview. The 350h is available with either front or four-wheel drive, while the 450h is four-wheel drive only. So what about styling? Well, I'm just going to go out and say it. I think this is a really good looking car. Some of the sharper details have been smoothed out with this new model, but overall, just a really cohesive, classy piece of design. This is the F-Sport model, so if you think about what M Sport is to the X3 or S-Line is to the Q5, you get a few sportier details, some aggressive finishes at the front, some different wheels, F-Sport badges, but just overall, whichever model you go for, it's a really classy piece of design. Now, we mentioned that this is the F-Sport model. Now, if I look at the finance examples that Lexus has offered us, it's probably worth having a look at this car because it's not likely to be that much more than the very basic car. Lexus is saying £450 a month with a 48-month deal, 6k deposit, 4.9% APR and 10,000 miles a year. That actually works out at about £100 less per month than the equivalent X3. Purchase prices or monthly PCP costs are obviously a big deal, but you'll also want to know how much you'll pay when running one of these every day. So how does the NX stack up? Well, Lexus says the hybrid model will return around 47 miles per gallon and emit between 129 and 136 grams per kilometre of CO2, depending on whether you go for the front or four-wheel drive version. Great if you're buying privately, but not particularly appealing if you're looking to run one as a company car. That's why EVs are so attractive. But here is where the plug-in hybrid comes in. That car emits 25 grams per kilometre of CO2 and offers 40 plus miles of electric range. The result? Super low benefit-in-kind company car tax. You've been warned though, if you're not buying one on business, it will take you a long time to claw back the over £9,000 price difference between the two. If you want a fun to drive luxury SUV, then BMW's always been top of the pile, and this new NX, it doesn't do an awful lot to change that fact really, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. A Lexus has always been about comfort and quietness rather than corner carving ability, and that's what Lexus customers want, and that is what Lexus customers get. It's not bad when it comes to handling either. It's based on the latest Toyota RAV4, and that can only be a good thing. The steering is precise, body control very good, grip is good. The BMW X3 is still king in this regard, but there's really not much to separate this from, say, a Volvo XC60 or an Audi Q5. While the regular hybrid can't manage any great distance on electric power alone, it is impressive how much it prioritises the battery at slow urban speeds, and actually as you raise your speed it does a pretty good job of blending petrol and electric power. Lexus has been doing hybrids for decades and it shows. As we mentioned, the plug-in hybrid will keep going for much longer, so if your driving style dictates or your daily commute is less than 40 miles, then you can pretty much treat this thing as a short-range electric car. When you do need a bit of extra shove, the regular hybrid's 241 brake horsepower will allow you to do 0 to 62 miles an hour in 7.7 seconds. The plug-in is more powerful still, but do you realistically need that much power in a family SUV? I'm not sure you do. Whichever version you go for though, you get the same CVT, continuously variable transmission that you do in all Lexus hybrids, and you put your foot down and it does tend to make the revs soar and the engine flare If you ask me, you're better off just taking things a little bit easier and just relaxing in the peace and quiet. If you're buying an NX, as well as choosing between the plug-in and the regular hybrid, there are no less than 5 trim levels to get to grips with. The basic one is just called NX, but it's pretty well kitted out, with 18-inch wheels, heated leather seats and a full suite of safety technology. Both that and the next level up, called the Premium Pack, offer you the choice of front or four-wheel drive, but there's one major reason to go for the Premium Pack, and I'll get onto that in just a minute. Further up the range, there's Premium Plus, Takumi and F-Sport, which are four-wheel drive only and add stuff like larger wheels, a high-end audio system, and a head-up display. Check out our written NX review on DrivingElectric.com for a full breakdown of these. Now, I mentioned there's a good reason to go for one of the higher spec cars in my piece just now, and this 14-inch screen is it. It's what Lexus calls Lexus Link Pro, and it's optional on the Premium Plus and it's standard the higher up the trims that you go. Now, we've levied plenty of criticism at Lexus infotainment systems in the past. If you think about the little fiddly trackpad on the centre console or the complete lack of Android or Apple connectivity, but, well, those criticisms are gone. This system is so much better. Graphics, they're crisp, and the menus down the side, they're easy to use. But, better still, Lexus has resisted the temptation to bury the climate controls within the screen. Instead, you get these rotary dials on the side here, and they're just really easy to use. It's all part of what Lexus calls Tazuna, which means things must fall to hand or be within your eye line. And do you know what? It all just really works. Everything does just fall neatly to hand. And then talking about quality, well, this has never been trouble for Lexus. It's always been a Lexus strong point, in fact, and still there are squishy materials on the dash and the doors, and everything just feels really well built and, more importantly, built to last. Good job. Here's another reason to go for a higher spec NX. Premium Plus and above come with a kick sensor that let me open the boot just by waving my foot under the bumper. There's 520 litres of luggage space back here, which puts the Lexus right on par with its Audi, BMW and Mercedes rivals, and it's in fact a little bit more than you'll get in a Volvo XC60. You get some underfloor storage for stashing away valuables, plus you don't lose so much as a litre if you decide to go for the plug-in hybrid version, which isn't something that could be said for its rivals. Space in the back, well, it's probably not class leading, but I've got very little to complain about. Headroom, could probably do a little bit more if I'm being picky, but it's made a little bit worse by this car's panoramic roof. Knee room is fine. This car has the seat set up in my driving position. You've got heated seats in the back here. That's a higher spec thing. You've got a few USB ports. Now, one thing of note though is, just like in the front, you also get buttons instead of handles to open the rear doors. You can, of course, open them manually if you so wish, but overall quality just as good back here as it is in the front. If you hadn't already guessed, we really like this new Lexus NX. It may not be quite as sharp to drive as a BMW X3, but in almost every other area it is right up there with the very best cars in this class. It's great to look at both inside and out. There's plenty of in-car technology, but it does the sensible stuff too. It's spacious, it doesn't cost very much to run. On this evidence alone, the new pure electric RZ, it could really be something. Head to DrivingElectric.com for all the latest electric and hybrid car advice, news and reviews, and check us out on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Finally, while you're here, make sure you hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and turn on notifications to ensure you never miss a video.